Most people think childhood trauma looks like something dramatic, something you would remember, something you could point to and say, that is the thing that changed me. But a lot of the time, it does not look like that at all. It looks like a personality trait, a habit, a way of moving through the world that everyone around you just calls your character. And you have carried it so long it stopped feeling like a wound. It just feels like you. Here are 5 signs you are carrying childhood trauma you may not even recognize. 1. Your brain is always scanning the room. You walk into a space, and within seconds, you already know who is in a good mood and who is not. You can feel a shift in someone's tone before they have finished their sentence. You notice the look on someone's face that nobody else caught. You are always tracking, always monitoring. Is this person okay? Are they upset with me? Did I say something wrong? Call it people-pleasing. Call it emotional intelligence. Call it whatever makes it sound less exhausting. But the truth is, your nervous system learned a long time ago that reading the room was not optional. It was survival, and it never got the memo that you are safe now. 2. You are driven in a way that looks admirable from the outside and feels terrifying from the inside. People see the discipline, the focus, the way you show up and get things done. They call it impressive. They call it inspiring. But what they do not see is what is underneath it. The anxiety that gets you out of bed, the fear that if you slow down something will fall apart, the voice that says you have not done enough yet, you cannot rest yet, you are not there yet. And here is the sign that gives it away. When you finally achieve something, when you hit the goal everyone was watching you work toward, you do not feel joy, you feel relief. Not, I did it. Just, I did not mess it up. That is not ambition. That is a trauma response wearing ambition's clothes. 3. You grew up faster than you should have. People always said you were mature for your age, and you took it as a compliment because it sounded like one. But what it actually meant was that you had already learned to take care of yourself, to not ask for too much, to manage your own emotions so that nobody else had to manage them for you. You learned early that needing things made people uncomfortable, so you stopped needing things, or at least you stopped showing it. And now as an adult, you have a complicated relationship with your own needs. Asking for help feels dangerous. Vulnerability feels like weakness. And somewhere underneath all of it is this quiet terror of being too much for someone and watching them decide you are not worth it. 4. You apologize for things that are not your fault. Not because you are weak, but because somewhere in your early life you learned that keeping the peace was your responsibility. That if something was wrong in the room, the fastest way to fix it was to take the blame. So now you say sorry automatically, before anyone has even decided to be upset. You shrink yourself to make other people comfortable, and you do not even notice you are doing it anymore, because you have been doing it since you were small. 5. You struggle to enjoy the present because part of you is always waiting for something to go wrong. Things are going well. Life is actually okay right now. And instead of feeling that, you are bracing, waiting for the other shoe to drop, preparing for the moment it all falls apart. Because somewhere in your history, calm was not something that lasted. Good things came with a catch. Safety was temporary, and your nervous system never fully unlearned that. So even on the good days, you are not fully there. You are standing in the present, but watching the door. Here is what none of this is about. It is not about convincing you that you are a victim. It is not about giving you a label or a reason to stay stuck. It is about this. The exhaustion you feel, it has a source. The way you move through the world, it made sense once. You built those patterns to survive something, and they worked. You are here. But you do not have to keep surviving. You are allowed to put some of it down now. Not because the past did not happen, but because it does not have to keep happening inside you.